Hello, everyone. Hope your summer is going well so far. Fall is right around the corner. Sometimes I just want to say, wait, time, wait, slow down. I still have so many things I want to do in life. If you feel like me, don't waste another minute. Fill your life, your everyday, even your routine things, with more joy, more gratefulness. I know that it's hard sometimes when we go through challenges. We can't always feel that way. But I feel like there's something that we can do to make ourselves feel more elevated, even on an ordinary day. When I go and run an errand, say I'm going to the post office or I'm going to pick up some groceries, I've noticed that sometimes I see people walking around and they're walking around like zombies. They look like they're in a rut. They look unhappy. They look like they're having the blues or the blahs. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't times that I feel that way, but when I see that, it reminds me of how I might look sometimes. And it's always good to do a self check. When I was doing my cleaning, I noticed that I have a lot of things that I've accumulated over many, many years. And I don't know if about you, but have you noticed that in fashion, what comes around goes around? Well, for instance, I've had this top for, oh gosh, so long. Now, I hardly ever reach for it because most of the time I'm just super pale. That's my natural color. But I have been going out and doing things more, running errands, and it's been, nicer in the past few days. So I got a little more color and I thought, you know what? I'm going to pull this shirt out and wear it. And I wear it like a jacket, it's like a little bit breezy. It's like, oh, well, I'll just roll up my sleeves and just toss it on like a little jacket. And I was thinking to myself, this is the easiest thing that people can do with things that they already have. You can find treasures in your own closet, in your own home, things that you forgot about, things that were, in solitary for a while. Just, take them out, use them, wear them. And it's really, really interesting how uplifting the littlest things can be. For instance, I was like, well, you know what? I've got a lot of jewelry. It doesn't matter that they're costume jewelry, it's fun. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to put a necklace on. And wow, that really makes a difference. I look different other than my usual, black t-shirt that I feel like is my staple and my go-to. But in the meantime, you just spice up your life a little bit, and doing something that you don't normally do. And, you go out, you can wear a cap, a hat, sunglasses, just do something different. One thing I've noticed is that I've accumulated some scarves over the years. And now, when I was in the corporate world, I did wear a lot of scarves. One, one day I might wear one scarf, the next day I might wear another scarf, and it changes up the outfit completely. It's like having another outfit. Now, since then, I've, of course, donated quite a few, but I've kept the ones that I like. So I wanted to show you one of the ways that you can spruce up yourself. I'll be right back. So I removed that turquoise shirt and I went into my closet with the scarves. And here's what I brought out. And it's quite big and it's got these a frayed edge. So what do I do with this? Obviously, I used to wear it in a different way when I was working in an office. But now what I do is, let's say it's a nice day like today, perfectly nice, but it's a little breezy. And you know what? I'm going to run an errand. Well, why not just toss this over myself? Just casually. Doesn't even have to be anything fancy schmancy, right? And it kind of looks like a little light jacket, especially if I want to hide my arms. Most of the time, I don't care if I'm wearing sleeveless or short sleeves, but sometimes I feel a little self-conscious. And I was thinking, you know what? This really will help, kind of like cover up a little bit. And I feel differently. When I catch a glimpse of myself in the mirror, I'm like, oh, I cared a little bit today. So I'm not talking about dressing up formal. I'm talking about just caring about yourself just a little bit. It makes a big difference. And it really can help elevate your day and your mood. And that's all I'm talking about, is just taking the steps for yourself. You're not impressing other people, although that could happen secondarily. But what you're doing really is taking yourself out of whatever that routine is, and giving yourself that pep, that energy, that good vibes feeling. And that's what really changes your day. It changes it in so many ways.